Hello Taurus, here is your weekly reading for week beginning the 4th of March. And I'm using the Rider-Waite Tarot deck for your reading, and I'm also going to be bringing you a message from Spirit through the Talking to Heaven cards here. So we'll give the cards a good shuffle and then we'll see what's coming up for you, dear Taurus. I hope you are well. If you'd like to subscribe, you can do so by clicking on the red button below and the little bell next to it to be notified of when I upload. Okay, so let's have a look at what's coming up for you, dear Taurus. Okay, so your first card, 2 of Pentacles. We then have the Ace of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, 3 of Wands, 8 of Wands, and the Page of Wands. Okay, so let's see then. Your first card is the 2 of Pentacles. And this card, now the first card relates to the general energy of the week ahead. So we're looking at you juggling here. Juggling in terms of time, in terms of money, in terms of resources. Maybe some of you are running between 2 jobs, 2 people, 2 projects, or perhaps there's just a lot going on in your life right now and you're needing to kind of keep a balance or struggling to keep a balance right now. And Taurus are very determined people, but they do like to take their time, and when there's too much going on they can struggle a little bit because, you know, you like to focus on one thing at a time and do it well, don't you, Taurus? You know, which is lovely because you always do such a fantastic job. But this week there's a need to really focus on what's important, I feel. Okay, that's the general energy this week. Focus on what's important. And if it's money issues that you're needing to juggle, then this is asking you to look at what needs to be paid or ways of getting other money and finding a way to cover those bills, okay? So that may be the focus for some of you this week, finding a way to cover the bills. But for others, it's about juggling time and energy, resources, that kind of thing. And the next card, we'll come back to that possibly in a moment. The next card relates to love, and the Ace of Swords talks about new beginnings. It talks about possible challenges, difficulties, but nothing that you can't overcome, okay? So this is a positive card in many ways, even though it does bring with it its difficulties. As you can see, 2 sides of the sword here, they're both different, okay, because it's like a double-edged sword, really. So in terms of love, this indicates that in order to win through, there will need to be certain sort of sacrifices made this week, and that will resonate differently for everyone, of course. But you can overcome those obstacles, that is for sure. It just means that it's about give and take, and that may be where this 2 of Pentacles is coming in as well. Maybe that's to do with the give and take and the balance and the moderation, and realizing that sometimes you've just got to be courageous in life. And this, I feel, is telling you that some of you may need to take a bit of a chance on love at the moment. And Taurus do like to take their time getting to know someone, falling in love, and some of you may have a new relationship or have entered into a new relationship, or may find someone walks into your life this week with the opportunity to start some romance. It could even be a relationship from the past, and you're looking at the difficulties associated with it. You know, it could be a difficult start for some of you, or an apprehensive start. So it will resonate differently with all of you, but it is a new beginning, but one that comes with its challenges, but nothing that you can't handle. And your next card relates to career and finance. And what a fantastic card for you to have, Taurus. Absolutely spot on for earth signs. That is Taurus, Virgo and Capricorn energy. And you being a Taurus, it suits you perfectly. As I said with this card, you do like to take your time, whether that's love, whether that's finance, whether that's thinking things through. You're someone who likes to move steadily, and that's what the Knight of Pentacles relates to, moving steadily. So career-wise, I feel this is a good sign because of your star sign, because you are a Taurus. Now, some star signs may not like to see this card. I mean, fire signs, say Aries, Sag and Leo, they like to do things quickly and on the spot, whereas Taurus, that lovely grounded earth energy, likes to take their time, as I said. And the Knight of Pentacles it complements your energy enormously. So that will be the energy this week with regard to your career, with regard to your finances. You'll be thinking about long-term issues regarding money, regarding work, regarding ambition, and I feel working towards something. But there is movement forward with the Knight. It's just steady as you go, and as I say, steady as you go wins the race. And it's so it really does. That is so true, It's not always good to rush into things. And then as we move along, we have the card that relates to your challenges. And your challenges are in relation to the Three of Wands this week. So your challenges appear to relate to how you move forward. And I feel this is in terms of your career for many of you. You will possibly be thinking about expansion in some way. Some of you may have a business. Some of you may be thinking about expanding that business. Some of you may be thinking about travel this week. And what this card is indicating, as it's in the challenge position, is that it's basically about how you are going to achieve that, because I feel that you are kind of at this stage in your life, in a certain area of your life, and that could be in terms of love for some of you, where you need growth. You're ready to move forward, to expand, as I say. Some of you, if it's a relationship, maybe you want to commit to someone, or you want to move in with someone. You're thinking about the long-term situation here. But whatever this is with regard to Taurus, you are sort of puzzling about how you're going to proceed. So there may be some blocks in you moving forward this week, or hurdles that you will need to kind of step over, and that could be why you've got this Ace of Swords here, actually. But with courage and perseverance, you can get past these, and you certainly are a sign that perseveres. Okay, so don't be put off or afraid. Don't be frightened off by it. It's going to take time. This is something coming up this week. But you're not going to have a remedy immediately, but there is a way forward. It's about seeing that way, seeing ahead of you. You need to be a visionary this week, and you need to see that no matter what's in front of you right now, those obstacles can be removed. It's about really getting your thinking cap on this week, Taurus. Mental energy and contemplation. And then we have the next card, which relates to the advice card. And the advice card here is the 8 of Wands. All right, so as an advice card, this is indicating that you will need to have your wits about you this week, Taurus, because in some ways things will be happening quite fast. You may receive certain news or something happens this week, especially in terms of work. This is very much a work-orientated reading for many of you this week. Something's coming in thick and fast, and you're going to need to find ways of dealing with it. You know, perhaps you're running a business and orders are coming in, or you've set the wheels in motion and been waiting and sort of steadily plodding along, and now all of a sudden you need to spring into action. But I feel as an advice card, this you know, the spirits are telling you to take one step at a time. Don't feel overwhelmed. Don't feel as if you need to rush simply because other people around you want you to. Okay, you are allowed to do things in your own time. Although, having said that, there may be a need to sort of move slightly faster than normal, shall we say, but not to the point of overwhelm. And then we have the message from Spirit, and that's the Page of Wands. And this message is asking you to be adventurous. Spirit want you to be adventurous this week, okay? Sometimes Taurus do like to be in their little bubble, in their comfort zone, but I feel they are asking you to step out of it this week, okay? Spring is around the corner, isn't it? And this Page of Wands always reminds me of spring. So if you feel as if life has got a bit comfortable, the Spirit want you to know that there's a whole world out there, Taurus, for you to explore. And let's see what the Talking to Heaven cards want to tell you this week. Okay. Well, Aries got this same message, so it's clearly very strong coming from Spirit this week. I am so much better now. So this message here is letting you know that no matter how much this person suffered, and this will be different obviously for everyone, whoever it is that you are feeling close to right now in spirit or thinking of in spirit has come through to let you know that they really are so much better. They may have suffered emotionally, mentally, physically whilst on earth, but now they no longer suffer. When we go to the spirit plane, we let go of any suffering whatsoever. You know, it's beautiful where the spirit go to, and here we have beautiful rainbow, as you can see. It's a lovely, lovely card, all right, and this is the rainbow after the storm. So for some of you, this may have been a person that did have a serious health condition, and it's awful to watch our loved ones suffer in pain, and that's why they want you to know that they are much better now, and have released whatever suffering they were experiencing on earth. And that is your message for the week ahead. Please like and share the video, and subscribe if you haven't, and if you'd like to order a reading from me, you can do so at my link below. I will be back soon.